Hello and welcome back to the DOLECAST. This week I am joined by my girlfriend, Connie here, to discuss our time, well not my time, her time in Glasgow, B team, which happened in the Limelight on Friday, her throwing my breakfast on the floor, lots of other stuff. It was a good time, it was a good fun time. What you can do though, if you're not a subscriber to this channel or this podcast, give it a follow, a like, a subscribe, whatever you need to do. And I've nothing to plug actually at the minute. I'm taking it easy. I'm happy enough. I'm chilling. I'm bing chilling. Thanks very much to 𝐒𝐿𝐿 for sponsoring the podcast. We really appreciate that. If you want to catch up, there's something I could plug. If you want to catch up on other episodes of the podcast that you maybe haven't seen or it's been lost in the algorithm or whatever, make sure to go back and listen to them because they're all good episodes of recent. We had a dry spell of having no guests. It was just me and the producer. But Muck was talked and it was good fun. So you can go and check them out. But here, I'll shut up. I'll stop talking and enjoy this episode with me and Connie. That's disgusting. Folks, I am unbelievably warm. That's on film. That's on video.
Yeah, and you can cut it out.
I won't be cutting it out because I'm dragging and dropping
Cut
this.
it out, bro.
Sorry, bro. There'll be no cutting. Folks, welcome back. I've had a week.
It's your favourite guest.
It's just Connie here. My girlfriend, my real girlfriend, is here to speak to us. I'm absolutely shattered. Folks, I'll level with this. The last thing I want to be doing right now is a podcast. Let me just check these microphones are as they should be.
They are.
Sure they are. You've done well there. Speaking of which, we need a new producer because
I'm literally producer.
Producer? You're not because you work Saturday mornings and that's when we record.
Yeah,
So-
but it doesn't have to be. You can change it.
No.
No, because
You could leave your job.
Well, will you pay me full-time wage?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Your legs are crossed.
And
Your
my fingers are
crossed.
crossed. Folks, absolutely massive week. A producer has left the show. Limelight gig is done.
I went to Glasgow.
Connie went to Glasgow. I nearly killed myself this morning in Belfast. And Connie threw my breakfast on the floor. So let's get straight into it. Starting with Friday night, the B team, Limelight.
Let's not start with that because that was the end of the week.
Okay, right. Okay, what do you want to start with?
On Monday, I went to Glasgow on my own.
Which, fair play, because I wouldn't have the stones to do that. You asked me, you said, can we go to Glasgow? I said no, because I don't have the money to just decide willy-nilly I'm going to go to Glasgow. You went to Glasgow, however, by yourself.
I did.
And
it was good.
Explain how your flights were booked.
What do you mean?
So you just went to you hit the button to go to checkout.
Oh, yeah. So I was just having a look because I was bored one day, sitting alone, and then I'd actually seen a TikTok about going to Glasgow, and I was like, oh, I want to go to Glasgow. So I went on to Skyscanner, found like cheap flights. It was like 35 each way or whatever, something like that.
Wowza. Ka-ching. Ka-ching, that
and-
sounds like a Chinese guy. Ka-ching.
Suppose so. And yeah, I then hit checkout just to like get more information, and it went through on my card. So I didn't really have a choice. And then, but originally my flight home was booked for, I was only there for one night. So my flight home was booked for 4:30.
Yep.
Something like that.
Something like that.
And then I was like, because I didn't mean to book it, kind of, I thought I wouldn't have enough time, so then I had to pay an extra 50 quid to change it to a later on one.
Unlucky, mate.
Yeah.
That sucks to be you there.
Yeah.
I dropped you to the airport.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I'll be back in half an hour here. I'm just dropping Connie to the airport. Connie didn't check in online.
I was trying to check in online, and then
Your words to me
it
about the night
wasn't
before were,
closed.
I'll check in tonight.
And then I
Didn't
forgot.
check in.
Because you should have
Then
reminded me.
it was closed to check in online, so stood in the queue for half an hour to check in, and that was fine. And then I let you leave the nest and let you spring away. And then I went to M&S and got wee chocolate covered.
Did you? Cookie dough by?
No. Cashews.
Raisins? Oh.
No. Only perverts eat chocolate covered raisins.
Right.
So you probably love them.
Okay.
I'm only joking. But
Cut that out.
no, I can't. I literally can't.
Well, stop saying stupid things then.
Oh no. So you went to Glasgow. What did you do when you touched down in Glasgow? Sorry. Before
got a
we
sandwich.
wow. Before we get into it, firstly, stop being so rude and be on your phone.
No, because my mum is texting into my group chat
What's she
saying
saying?
plans for dinner, and even though she knows
Can I
that
reply?
I can't have plans for dinner. So.
Nothing. Mate.
No.
I'm gonna send it.
No, don't, because I don't
No.
want to die.
Yeah, I think. Sorry, I don't know what I'm talking about. To go back on track, my apologies.
Sorry, Kieran.
It is. Yeah, sorry, that guy Kieran who hates him with Stray Off. By the way, folks.
That was like ages ago.
Well, you know what? He shouldn't have said it. By the way, folks. I suppose people are probably wondering why is this the angle? Why is this the camera angle? First time
Why is
camera
this the
angle, I
camera
guess, for the Dualcast.
That's wrong because we done this after we came back from Edinburgh.
No, we didn't.
We did.
But it was angled that way. It wasn't front on like this. So
I don't know if I like
shut
the front
your whole
on.
mouth. Well, it's more so that when basically, folks, maybe you'll not like me saying this. Apologies.
I don't
Oh,
know
no.
anything.
We've 51 minutes left on the thing.
That's
Okay,
fine.
it's not really because then it won't be an hour. But okay.
I'm looking at us.
So can you put your phone away, please?
Yeah.
Come on here. I wouldn't do this if you were doing a podcast.
Well, then let's do a podcast about me.
My whole life's a podcast about you, mate.
Joking.
Aaron has left the show, unfortunately.
Thank goodness.
That's
Joking, Aaron.
that's awful. Aaron's left the show because he got a fantastic job elsewhere. He is in London at the minute, and then he's traveling elsewhere after that. So that means podcast producer wanted. No experience required.
No.
What? He'll be back at some stage, but
No, because I'm doing it.
but you're not doing it because we
I am.
record on
I'm doing
Saturday
it. Whoever
morning.
wants to be a guest, you can clear your schedule for another evening during the week.
No,
Or a Monday or Tuesday.
No, because it doesn't work.
Well, it does. Because it's my
Oh,
podcast.
is it the Dualcast with Connie Hare?
Yes, it is.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
It is.
Do I come in when you're doing nails and go, actually, you may find a different day to do it? No.
That's not at all the same, bro.
Well, that's because they're two different things.
Right, let's stop arguing.
We're not arguing. We're just having a heated discussion. We'll get into argument later. Yeah, so we're looking. I'm looking for basically someone who can help out. Not every week, but like if Ben can't produce or Connie can't produce or whatever, that they can come in and help produce because we still want to put out episodes every week. Basically, Aaron Gurley has banjaxed the show by leaving, but he's got a fantastic job. So you know what, fair play to him. He'll be back at some stage probably.
And then he's going somewhere else.
Yeah, he's going somewhere else after that. So he'll be back in like probably 4
Who
months.
knows?
4 months maybe. But who knows?
You'll see him when you see him.
You'll see him when you see him. But it is so warm today. I feel like I could be sick, to be totally honest.
You should have put a t-shirt on.
Should have put a t-shirt on, but I thought I'll just wear a hoodie because I'll be fine with just a hoodie on. But now I feel like I'm dying. Sound like you farted with your lips there. Yeah.
I can't do it again.
Yeah. You were not doing a haul if that's what you reached into your bag for.
I didn't.
That's okay. You were in Glasgow.
I was in Glasgow.
landed,
I
you got a
landed.
sandwich.
I checked into my hotel. I went and got a sandwich while I was walking to Kelvin Grove Museum.
Where's that?
Kelvin Grove. I was like getting the subway and all by myself.
What'd you
I'm
get
so
on it?
independent. because I'm independent. And what else did I do? Went to the museum, seen the cross of St. John or something it's called. It's like a really famous. So let's get into that. This piece of art, this painting, I actually didn't realise the significance behind it. Basically, for anyone who doesn't know, search it up because, yeah.
Yes.
It's like a big photo of like a really, like an angle that like, it's really difficult to paint or something. And like, it's like looking down on the cross and St. John, I don't actually know who that is like on the cross.
Is it not Jesus on the cross?
No, it's St. John.
You sure?
Well, that's what the picture
Are you
title
sure
was.
it wasn't painted by St. John?
Yeah, it was painted by someone else. Let me.
So,
let's go my phone.
yes, if it's relevant to the show.
The show.
The show. I like calling it the show because it makes you feel more
The
professional.
Connie and Daniel show.
Caniel lit dinner. Oh, no. So you went to. Sorry, the museum is free.
Christ of St. John of the Cross.
Let's see. I'll read it out. The Christ of St. John Cross by Salvador Dali has aroused admiration, criticism, and controversy since it was painted in 1951. The daring angle of Christ's perfect body, the eerie effect of the cross coming out of extreme darkness and soaring. Oh yeah, it is kind of eerie.
Yes, so you don't need to read it because I'm going to explain it.
When Dali created this work, he was better known for his large moustache. There you go. Look at Dali's eyes. Wouldn't want to see Dali's eyes in the middle of the night.
Basically, this painting is in its own room in the museum, right? Just like on its own. It's quite dark, but apparently...
That was not me.
Apparently, this painting has caused so much controversy and, like, people have tried to steal it. People have, like, torn into it. People have tried to vandalize it and all. Because whenever they walk in and see the painting, they get, like, really bad... Like, something comes over them. This is, like... I personally felt completely fine whenever I walked in and seen it.
Phew.
But, like, apparently...
Like a chill?
Yeah, but, like, people feel really, like, connected to the painting and, like, but in a really bad way. So, like, they try and ruin it because they
Just stop
believe
boilers
that, like...
At it again.
That, like, something is happening through it. Do you know what I mean?
It's
really quite interesting.
It's an eerie painting, yes. You put it on your Instagram story.
I did.
Oh, wow. Look at her.
Yeah, so cultured.
You are, yeah, you're a very cultured woman. Side tangent from Glasgow. Me and Connie went to Belfast this morning. Sorry, here for the tangent. And when we went to Belfast this morning, went in the established coffee in Cathedral Quarter. Actually, at the time this goes out, if you're looking for something to do next Sunday, there is a big, well, next weekend in general, there's a big Cathedral Quarter comedy weekender thing happening that you can go and do. I'm sure that's very fun and all. I'll not be there personally. I was booked and realised I can't do it. So I'll not be there, but all my buddies will be, and it'll be a good gig, probably. It's there's over 20 acts on, so like you can just come and go as you please, which may prove to be frustrating, but you know what, that's okay. But my point of this story was that, sorry, I didn't know that was your Dr. Pepper. The point of this story was that when me and Connie went to Belfast this morning for her to basically shop and me do a walking simulator. Wait, we'll get on to it in a second.
Can we explain why we were in Belfast?
We went into established coffee because Connie needed to go to the toilet.
Yes.
And she said, "Do you want anything?" I said no, and then I was like, "Right, cinnamon swirl."
So
Pardon moi.
I bought myself a coffee and I bought him a cinnamon swirl. I bought it.
Who's him?
I bought it.
Who's him?
Here you are on my podcast.
Daniel Flippin' Houston, mate. You bought me a podcast. Bought me a cinnamon swirl. I have enough of those. Bought me a cinnamon swirl. We're walking. Don't even get out of the shop. Connie's
We
like,
did get out of it.
let's have a bite. So I gave you a bite, and then we were walking down the street, and you went, let's have another bite. And folks,
No.
it's far known in all cultures, the best part of the cinnamon swirl is the middle. And then Connie hit the cinnamon swirl with her hand. The middle flew up into the air. It was like a rocket taking off. I went to grab it, was perfectly ready to grab it, and Connie goes, ah! And tried to catch it herself, ended up on the floor. A seagull probably had it.
That's not true.
What? Go on.
First of all,
Sound like, you know who you sound like? That wee ginger kid from Ellen. Apparently.
I don't know what that is.
Oh, right, okay, continue. I'll look this up. Yeah, go on.
So, no, first of all, I went to have a bite, and you kept on, like, shoving it at me, so I couldn't actually take a bite. So I was trying to take a bite, and I couldn't. So then whenever you pulled it away, the middle part had detached, because you were shoving the cinnamon swirl into my face. And then it flew in the air. You tried to catch it. You weren't going to catch it. I tried to catch it. It bounced off my hand and fell on the floor.
This is what you are.
What did you think about the ride? It was great. And apparently, I've never been on live television before, but apparently sometimes I don't watch I don't watch the news because I'm a kid, and apparently Grandpa just gives me a remote after we watch the Powerball.
It's the Powerball.
Tell me about the ride.
That is you. So, apparently, we were doing this. There you go. So, yeah, I hope the seagull had the rest of my cinnamon swirl.
And it was
enjoyed
also a tiny bit.
Be serious. You could have fed a family with the bit that fell off. Wouldn't have gone far, but they would have got something. Then, be truthful here. Okay? So, the reason me and Connie weren't on this morning was because Connie's going on holiday on Wednesday. And
The day this comes out,
yeah.
I'll be getting
So
ready
if you
to
want to
pack up
bring
and
into
leave.
her house, then Wednesday onwards.
No, because there's someone in the house.
So Connie was like, I need to get new clothes for going away.
Because I do.
So I was like, right, okay, no bother. Went.
No. So I said, I have nothing for going away. And you said, well, let's go into Belfast on Monday. And I was like, oh, okay.
I suggested that?
Yes, you did. I promise, swear on your life.
Well, I must have been on class A drugs that day.
He suggested it. So I was like, okay, great. So that's why we were in. And then he sits and complains the whole entire time.
Not the whole time. From Primark onwards, I was done.
That was literally the third shop we went in.
Like, exactly. And well, after you explain yourself, we'll go into my theory on this. Go on. Okay, so we went into Belfast, parked in St Anne's car park, right? Okay. St Anne's are fair enough for their pricing, okay? Okay? They are. Mm-hmm. Here's my issues. Connie said, I need to go to a couple of shops. So what were the shops you named? So
Zara, Primark, or Stradivarius.
Duns. That was four. Right? Ended up in H&M. New
First
Look.
of all, Stradivarius was closed.
Okay. H&M, New Look, Hollister, Urban Outfitters,
Vanilla.
Zara, Vanilla, Primark. Come on here. No wonder I was cracking up by the end of it. Because
Yes, but
your
hold on.
words are...
And
Your words are...
he didn't come into the shops for me.
Absolutely not.
Because he goes, I'll come with you on one condition, that I don't have to come into Zara. I was like, okay, no
And who
bother.
ended up in Zara?
For about 5
This
minutes.
guy.
You
This
didn't have
guy.
to come in, you chose to do it on your own.
So...
Let me give you a haul.
Connie, the DOLECAST viewers couldn't be less interested in
They could.
the Primark haul
This
of
isn't Primark, this is
the
Zara.
host's girlfriend.
Of the host.
So vanilla, went into Vanilla. That was frustrating, but that's okay. Tolerated it. Went into H&M. Right, okay. Went into Primark. This is where I draw the line. Right.
Someone's sweaty armpits have been on here.
Yours, bro.
I didn't try it on.
This is where I draw the line. Okay, boys out there who agree with me, please. I'll probably clip this. Boys out there who agree with me, please let me know in the comments. Being dragged around. Wait, before thou speaks. Being dragged. Here, can you make more noise with the bag? Being dragged around shops, specifically Primark.
No, because I said, but that means
Specifically-
you have to come into Primark, and you said okay.
Specifically Primark, and I don't know what it is. It drains the life out of the male
because I
out
said
of
this
the
to you
male
before.
gender.
It drains the life out of me. I hate shopping in Primark. I hate it.
It
I
is
hate
just-
going into Belfast Primark.
you're
It's
just-
so overstimulating.
And
Every
everyone,
girl agrees.
everyone
So it's not
smells
just
like
you.
butter. Everyone smells like butter. I was walking about and I was like, "What is that smell?" And there was a group of women in front of me, and I went, "You all smell like butter. You all smell like old
That is
butter."
so weird.
And then I was begging, and then I'm walking around looking for you, right? Because it's a huge shop.
But like,
isn't-
phone me and ask where I am. That's not my issue.
Did I say? No. But I had to do it. So I was walking around trying to find you. I'm in the lingerie floor looking for you, and I'm in the lingerie section by myself. I look weird here because I'm in the lingerie section by myself. I need to find you. So I go to, and the escalators are so far apart that like I then saw you go up another escalator, and I ran, and by the time I got to the other side, you were gone, and I was like, well, I don't know if she went up or down. So I went down, and you weren't there, so I had to go up, and I had to go up again, and then I found you back in the lingerie section, and then you were like,
You're saying it? It's the pajama section.
there's a massive sign that says lingerie.
Yeah, lingerie, which is the pajama section.
Is that what lingerie is? Ew, I'm back again to interrupt the episode like a prat, because I have to tell you about Go Barbecue Co., the sponsor of the podcast. There's my sock. Don't worry about that. For those that you don't know, Great Outdoors Barbecue Co. sell a massive range of heaters, stoves, pizza ovens, barbecues, rubs, any gear you need for your barbecue, they have it. We are well and truly into the summer now. We're at the end of June, buddy. So if you want to make sure you're getting the most out of the days when you go, oh, I'll pop down to the butcher's here and get a few sausages, well then make sure you have a proper barbecue to cook them on. So head over to their website, to their Instagram page at Go Barbecue Co. They have exclusive offers there that you can take advantage of. That would be fantastic for you. They also have a raffle page called Go Barbecue Lad Raffles. There you can buy a raffle ticket for literally the price of a flat white, and yet you could win thousands of pounds worth of equipment. That sounds unbelievable. Unbelievable. Thanks very much for sponsoring the episode, guys. Back to the podcast. So then you went to the till to pay, right?
Right.
Massive queue at the till to pay.
Uh-huh.
Frustrating, because your words to me as we left were 2 hours max. 2 hours max. That's down in Houston.
That's what I thought.
Not
it
getting a
was gonna
seat
take.
for 2 hours.
Okay, do we want to talk about not getting a seat for 2 hours?
Yes.
I work every single day and sit down
You're
for
getting paid.
about 30 minutes.
You're getting paid.
And
See,
who bought your cinnamon swirl?
Who's knocking
Who's
on the
bought your
floor?
lunch? Because you haven't transferred me
Yet.
right now.
Yet.
Okay, so
So it's still
stop
you're getting.
Stop this chirping.
Don't you clap in my
Stop
face.
this chirping.
Don't do the
Doesn't clap in your face.
Don't do the canastas in my face, mate. Sorry, that was an awkward time for me to take a drink. The queue's massive. You go, right, this is a good idea for me, to be fair. I'll go to Zara.
You wouldn't have thought it at the time, the way you reacted.
True that. You're like, I'll go to Zara, you pay for my stuff here. I'm thinking, flips.
By that, I meant I gave him my card to pay
Yes,
for my
of course,
stuff.
of course.
So,
Sorry, yes.
yeah, he didn't pay for it.
And I'm standing to tell the buzzer goes, number 4. And I go to number 4. Dear lover, I don't want to say elderly woman. She wasn't elderly unless she had her hair dyed. She was a older woman.
She was grown.
Makes it sound weird.
She was grown.
She was a grown woman.
Yeah.
She was probably in her 50s, maybe 60s.
She's grown.
And the total came out to £9. I tapped the card, no bother. And then she
£9.
wait. And then she goes, "Oh, I've put those trousers through as £1." And I went, "Oh," thinking like she was gonna just be like, "Just go." And then she went, "Oh," and then she called her manager over, and her manager was like, "What's happened?" She was like, "I typed the number in, but it just went through as £1 and whatever." And the manager just went, "You just didn't type the number in properly at all." I was just standing, and then she goes, "He watched me." I went, "Yeah." And then the manager's blah blah blah, and then what she'd actually charged me for was a pack of 20 rubber bands, and I was like, "Why the Primar even sell those?" And then
Oh, did they have those TikToks that they tell?
I can't say I was looking. I think they did, and oh yeah, so I'm a mind reader. And the woman was like,
Is this in my face?
"Hope not." It's hard to see, to be fair, but you know what, we'll figure it out as we go. Woman was like, sorry about that, blah, blah, blah. I was like, "No worries." And then they had the refund the £1, so I could then pay for £13. And they made me sign for the £1 and everything. Oh, that's crazy, ridiculous. Duck pepper's so good. And then that was awkward, and I left, and I went into Zara, and it was just, Zara was like the zoo. Zara
It was.
like
It's because
the
there
zoo.
was a big sale on. It's because there was a big sale on.
Yeah. Zara was
and
like the zoo.
Like, it was too much going on. I was so quick in Zara, wasn't I?
You were, to be fair. I came in, you were paying and all.
I only bought that one top that I just shown. Because everyone was just going crazy, which, as they should. Zara is so expensive.
That was another thing I'm pretty marked. There was a specific demographic of women that I will not disclose on the podcast. Constantly in my way. But it's not like, oh, they're just in front of me. It's like, you are in the way and you're not moving. Like, you are acting like there's no one around you. Just like, come on here. Went into HMV. It's boiling. Went to McDonald's to get us Cokes.
Which I also paid for. Is that your pay?
You wanted that. You suggested that. Yeah.
But this is your pay.
A small Coke.
And a cinnamon swirl and your lunch right now.
Right now, I am sending you the money. Flip's sake.
Aye.
I will. I'll do it right now.
No, it's okay.
No, I'll do it right now.
I don't
Flip's
want
sake.
it.
Here
I don't want your charity.
Here be me opening my bank account. That'd be sick, probably.
Send me £8.
That's more than I thought. That's less than I thought I had. Why £8?
Because I'll pay for the rest of it.
No, I can't do that on the public podcast. People will go, "Daniel, you are not nice
And
to
do
your
it
girlfriend."
after.
What?
And do it after the podcast.
What account do you want? I know this isn't fantastic podcast
Aye.
content.
Monzo.
Monzo. Sorry, folks. I know this isn't fantastic.
You can just
podcast.
do it after. Anyway, next.
Is that another shop you went into? That's great for me. That is absolutely fantastic. Why am I typing Monzo into the search bar?
So yeah, anyway, shopping trip was successful.
It was successful. I went in the HMV, didn't have much for me there. Urban Outfitters again. That shop. Pretentious.
Love Urban Outfitters.
Pretentious. Everything's a fortune.
It is, to be fair.
Everything's a fortune. Like, at those jeans you were looking at, 60
yeah, but
quid.
no, but that's how much they are on their own
60
website.
quid. Like, that's ridiculous.
It's the motel jeans. For the girls that get it, even though probably no girls watch this podcast.
You'd be surprised at the female audience the DOLECAST has. So, like, you know.
I can't even get on it. Why who?
I'm joking. I don't actually know if there's. But here,
Cheers, bro.
do you have much more to say about Glasgow? Your time in Glasgow before Friday night?
Yeah, I went to the Botanic Gardens and
Would you?
they're all going to KFC without me.
What's ask? I just ask for KFC.
I don't want it.
Went to the Botanic Gardens. Do you think did you
I
regret
just check the time. Sorry.
getting the later flight?
I don't regret it.
You don't regret it. You phoned me and told me you regret it.
I didn't.
You did. You were like, I should have got.
I said I probably should have, but now thinking back, like basically I got to like I don't even know when. My later flight was then at 10 to 10.
Mm-hmm.
So I was leaving. I was supposed to be leaving Glasgow then to go to the airport at like 7, half 7. And yeah, it was just like it got to that time where I was just kind of waiting around, and like I'd been shopping all day because that was my shopping day, and I was just like, my legs were killing me, my feet were killing me. I had nowhere to obviously sit because I had checked out of my hotel. I had to check out at 10. So like, whenever I was done shopping, I just went back and got my bag because I left it there, which they let me leave it there for free.
Do you think he fancied you?
No. No.
Do you know what I would have done on my day? Guess what I would have done on
Went
my
to the
day?
cinema.
Yes.
I was nearly there, to be fair. I was in the Starbucks upstairs.
But did you think we're going to see a film?
There was nothing on, really.
What about that wee picture one, Elio?
Nah, not interested.
Oh.
But yeah, I think ideally I would have got like a 7 o'clock flight. Do you know what I mean? Like
Kind
if I
of,
could
yeah.
have picked the time of it,
Yes.
like 7:30.
Yes.
But I was just kind of waiting around. I had like 3 hours until I actually needed to leave, and I had nothing to do. More because I hadn't planned it out. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
Maybe if I looked into it more, and I was like more prepared, because I only changed my flights like quite close to the time, where like I then just didn't bother searching up other things to do.
Yeah.
But no,
Oh,
I thought it was good.
Well, we'll
It
go
was
back.
nice.
We'll go back in maybe September or something, if you want. I'll do a gig.
I want to go and see the 𝐒𝐿𝐻𝐂𝐈𝐀𝐋𝐒.
Are those the ones that have fringes?
Yeah.
Do your best move. Ready?
No,
I'll do
I'm
mine.
not doing it on here.
3, 2, 1.
No.
That
That was good.
Thank you.
Sounded like a Hoover.
You sound like you're mate. Friday night was the B team in the Limelight 2. Flip, my trunks have never been browner before a gig.
Ew.
Tell you that for free. Just because big deal, big gig, biggest gig I've done. Thanks to everybody that came, really appreciate it. We got a good crowd in the end. I was happy enough with how things went. I'll talk you through my day. Woke up, was gonna do a vlog, like B team vlog. Recorded one thing, and didn't record the rest. Woke up. My plan was I was meeting down at Limelight for about 5 o'clock because I had to sort the video stuff up and the tech out and stuff like that. At about, I don't know, 10:30, 11, a message came through. We had like a wee B team group chat.
Cute.
A message came through that there a bigger act, one of the biggest acts in the country, wanted to come down and just do a set. So we were all like, "Yep, of course, that's no bother." It wasn't confirmed, like it wasn't 100% confirmed that it was happening. It didn't end up happening. It's still fine. But it would have been very cool. So that was kind of, I was like, whoa, that's kind of mad that could be happening. I collected Ben about 4:30. He was part of the videography team with Aaron, who's, rest in peace, and Ryan as well. And I picked Ben up, we went down to Limelight. I spoke to basically Shine, who run the events. They ran beforehand. They took me through a few things. Like, I went down, I told them, hey, this bigger act might be dropping in. They hadn't heard anything about it. They were like, right, okay, well, we know nothing about this.
Don't seem very nice. I don't know if I can say that.
I certainly wouldn't say it. I think Shine are brilliant, personally.
Well, no, do you know what I'm thinking more? The bouncers and all. Limelight.
Yes, I think that's actually, Limelight
Is that the
notoriously.
same as...
It's the same, but I think Limelight notoriously have rough bouncers and not nice
Which,
bouncers.
like, they need to be rough, obviously. Like,
And to be fair,
we
my
were there on
dad-
a Friday night. It was very chill.
My dad was leaving the gig and he said they couldn't have been nicer to him.
Oh, really?
Opened the gate for him and all, went, have a great night, sir. All this stuff. Maybe it's, I don't know. Maybe it's
It's
slipping
you.
some money. Maybe it's me. I walked in the Limelight, there was a poster of us on the wall. I was like, I'm going to take it home with me. Did I take it home with me? No. Did the bouncer barely let me back inside to try and get it? Yes.
And leave me outside
He
the die
went,
alone.
he went, only you. I was like, I was on stage here. What are you doing?
Mm.
What are you acting like this? But
Alright.
no, but like I went back. So basically, folks, after the gig, we packed the cars back up with all the gear, equipment that is, and I was coming back in. I was like, I'm getting that poster off the wall. Like, very cool in general to have the poster up there with all these other like big acts that are playing Limelight this year, tour shows, whatever it is. And I went back in. I said to the guys, I was like, here, like, if that poster is just gonna get thrown in the bin, can we have it? And they tried to have the crack on me and they were like, nah, we have to burn them all. I went, give me the poster. And then the guy got on the ladder, and as you would, and he was like, oh, let me see, is there anything on this? Nah, sorry, we can't give it to you because there needs to be something on these boards at all times. And we were just like, they were like, here, if you message someone, you can get it. And in my head, I was like, I'm sure I could, but like, I'll just realistically never get this.
Well, why would you not message?
I don't know. It's
If
just a
you
lot
want
of
it that bad.
It's a lot of effort.
Just send a message and be like, can I have that B-team poster?
No, it's a lot of effort to be like, can I get this poster? Like, yeah, you might need to wait until this goes up, whatever it is, and then going to Limelight when it's closed and being like, hey, I'm here to get a poster, and them not letting me in, blah blah blah, whatever. I don't really care that much. It would have been cool to have. I'm gonna get my own one done anyway, but like, it would have been cool to have. And then the actual gig itself, me, Ben, Aaron, and Kieran Franco went to wing it beforehand in what's that called? What's that place called? Beside Pug Uglies.
Oh, the wee.
Boneyard. Went to Boneyard. And got to wing it. I couldn't finish it. I was so nervous. Like, Kieran was like, can you grab me a Pepsi? I was like, yeah, no bother. And I literally was shaking, holding him. Shaking
Aw.
Stevens. Just because,
I
like,
just don't like wing.
well, it was fine. It was just fine. Aaron loved it. He got some big hot and spicy ones or something. They looked good. But then after the gig, that's another thing. The next morning, what I was doing. But we'll get on that in a minute. So yeah, went on, did the gig. I was third on. Nice enough crowd. Had to work for it, if that makes sense. Oh, there's the that just did that by itself. Had to work for it in terms of like, you couldn't just get up and say anything and they'd laugh. Like, you had to get up and really like put a shift in. That's what that felt like for me anyway. And not that I felt like crying, because I'm not a little loser, but as soon as I was like, thank you very much, good night, and walked off, or whatever it was, did my wee like 2-arm, not salute, but like my wee 2-arm like wave, bye, and left the stage. There for a split second, I kind of welled up with like, oh, that's done, that's kind of mad. And then like as soon as I got over to the wee green room area, I was just like, sorry, I'm really tired. I really need to fart as well. I'm not gonna do that.
He just did it.
I just did. No, I didn't.
I'm gonna cut you out.
Don't. But then as soon as don't, bro.
And it's my show.
You're
my show. The
awful
Connie show.
for listening to instructions. Do you know that?
Because why do I listen to you?
Because that's very expensive equipment, and you're putting your flipping cabs on it.
Oh my! You know what I just remembered?
What?
So I was working on Sunday, whatever that was, I can't remember. This group of runners came in, right? They always come in. And this group of like 5 men who go running every Sunday morning, they came in and were getting breakfast. I walked over to their table with whatever it was, and promise you, one of them had their shoes off. Like just sitting with his
Feet out? Lock him up.
Like, literally,
Lock him
it was
up.
grim. It was grim. And, like, they're already, like, sweaty and, like, a bit, like, stinky.
A
But,
bit
like,
stinky.
And, like, never mind, like, getting the feet out. Do you know what I mean?
That's disgusting. I don't think
That I have to walk over.
at the beach
And, like,
on holiday I would be where I
they
get my
weren't
feet out.
they weren't even, like, hidden. It's not like he was at the corner bit of the table. Like, it was right at the edge.
I'd be saying to
Just
him,
his feet out.
no socks, no service.
He had socks on.
Oh, totally different.
No, it's not.
Totally different. I thought as just
dogs, right?
I thought they were bargain. Yeah,
Nah.
I'd love to know who called them dogs first. What were we talking about before the
B team.
B team? Oh,
We finished that.
those people having their
Oh, yeah,
feet
their
out?
feet out.
disgusting.
Disgusting.
What's the most disgusting thing someone can do with their feet? Eat the banana with it. I think
Who
Like their
can
toes
do
gripped.
that?
that's disgusting. But yeah, B team was great. There was celebrations to be had after, but we only went for one and then left because
They're boring.
they're boring, but also because the next morning, without any spoilers, me, Aaron, and another actor were up in Belfast on the Lagan Bridge for 6:15 in the morning to film a little action bit for the
Action
film.
shot.
Little action shot. Yeah,
That's what it is.
it's not. It's not
It is.
an action scene. Is that what you're looking for?
An
A shot is like one bit of film.
action shot. Yeah, it's the one bit. It's one bit of the film.
No, like as in like if I recorded you and stopped, that's a shot.
Well, an action
Scene.
show.
Scene.
No.
Action scene.
An action clip.
No. No. But yeah, we were up at 6:15. Not to give anything away, but this might narrow down who it is.
But it's an action clip.
The action clip involved a comedian
I've verified.
that still lives in Magrafelt and doesn't drive, which meant that I was up at 4:45,
Quarter to 5.
and Aaron picked me up, and we went to get this comedian from his house, and it was excruciatingly painful to get up at that time. But you know what? We survived,
You did.
and it was fine.
You were hating life that night. In work.
Oh, let me tell you, I was hating life that night.
Just what I just said.
I was driving on the motorway to work that evening, and my eyes closed on the motorway, and I had literally to open them and be like, "You will die here if you don't lock in, like lock in now or die." So thankfully I locked in as I usually do, or else
As you can tell, he locked in.
as I would have died. What have you had to lock in recently?
I'm always locked in.
But you're not. You're one of the least locked in people I know,
I'm always locked in, bro.
bro.
When did
I
I have
am-
to lock in? I had to lock in Glasgow
I'm locked in.
because someone whistled at me in
24
the
hours.
street.
Who was this?
I told you about that.
Oh yeah. No
But
more.
that was the only time.
I am locked in. Genuinely, I'll have to say this. I'm locked in 6 out of the 7 days a week.
I'm locked in 10 out of the 7 days a week.
Well, that's 3 more days. So you're so unlocked that you don't even know how many days are in a week. That's
I
the
do.
issue there.
I'm locked in 7 out of 7.
Do you believe
I'm
that?
locked in 24/7.
Do you fully believe you are locked in 24/7?
No, I'm probably locked in 23/7.
23 hours a day, 7 days a week. So 7 hours a week, you just unlock yourself. I would
I
say,
deserve a wee break, you know.
I think 24 hours a week, I'm unlocked. Every other time, we're locked in. That is excluding sleep. Like you
I don't
you
know.
literally cannot be locked in your sleep.
I don't know how locked in I am.
Not very, in my opinion. But
You're just saying that. Like,
that's
every day.
neither here nor there. So yeah, we had to cut the B team celebrations a bit short because we were filming the next day. I don't really like my skin being shown on camera there. I'll move my wee waterproof cargos. But B Team was great.
It was great.
Just like the opportunity to do gigs like that is kind of mad. That people will pay to come and see you and your mates get up and just talk. No, I'm really, really resisting the urge to yawn. Don't understand why. Oh, that's what I was going to look up for the last 15 minutes of the podcast, actually, is songs with horrific lyrics in it.
No, why?
Because we were in...
But you can't put that in.
I'm not going to say them if they're really bad. Pardon me.
Also, it's an exciting week for you this week.
Because I'm by myself?
No, because he's looking after our child.
Honey the hamster.
Honey the hamster.
Next week's podcast, my guest might be Honey.
What? Sitting in her cage?
I'll just have her on
She'd
there.
come out, to be fair.
I'd have her in her cage. That's gay? Sorry, that's not funny. But I might have her cage set up there, and then...
She'll come out to the bars, so she will.
Sweet. Might have a wee hamster angle set up. Yeah, we'll have Honey on next week as a guest. Ben might produce it. Or someone. We'll see.
But, yeah. He's probably going to kill her.
I'm really... Like, I know we're joking about it. Ha ha ha, what if I killed the hamster?
But
I'm really worried that when you're on holiday and I kill your
it's just
hamster.
going to be your luck.
Exactly.
But don't worry, like, you know, I don't want her to die. But
Neither,
like,
but I think it's going to happen.
I've had multiple
Like what?
circumstances where I've been away and my animals have died.
Exactly. That's why I'm worried.
And yeah, so
At least
Don't
I'd
let
rather
her
it
down.
be the hamster than the dogs.
yeah,
Dogs
but
would
yeah,
suck.
she's so easy to look after, and like
What would you do if I threw out the window? I actually had a
I'd
really awful
be
dream
raging.
of like, me and my dad have this
a
thing.
really weird dream.
Me and my dad have this thing if we're walking across a bridge and you hold your phone over the bridge, like I just have such an urge to just let go of it, like such an urge to just just drop it, because there's no, like, a lot of times maybe we're getting deep with it here, there's a lot of times in my life where like something happens, or I'm in a sticky situation, I can get pulled out of it by someone, by a parent or whatever it is. Whereas if you just throw your phone off a bridge, if I threw my phone and wallet off a bridge in a foreign country, I'm dead.
Not dead.
But my life is over in terms of like I can't reach anybody, I can't contact anybody.
I'm sure you'd figure it out. Your life wouldn't be over.
Over for a couple of hours.
I think that's a bit dramatic.
But like me and my dad,
Sneeze.
not over the mics, please. I would punch you in the face. Me and my dad, I can't remember where we were. I think we were out as a family, to be fair, walking somewhere, and there was a pond, like a duck pond. And I was like, if I just threw my phone, or like I hold my phone extra tight around stuff like that, because I'm just worried I'm just gonna go, ah. But the reason I talk about this is because I thought about, like, what if I was like, I genuinely took your hamster for like a drive, but I held it out the window. I held it out the window. Because if I let go of that hamster at all, it falls, it's dead.
Yeah.
Like
Probably wouldn't be dead if
if
you dropped it, like
in a speeding car,
in a speeding car. Yeah.
30 miles an hour, it'll be mince meat, hamster stew for dinner. No, I'm looking forward to having her.
She's so cute. She's actually adorable.
She speaks too much. She goes.
She hasn't done that.
I thought you said she always keeps you up.
Oh, by her running on the wheel.
Oh,
But you're a heavier sleeper than me.
cheers. Yeah.
Like you snore so loud that you won't even hear it.
Oh, I need to get that checked out as well.
Yeah. That is the only issue. I love her, but the only issue with her is that obviously they're nocturnal. So they come alive at night, and
That
she
sounds like they're dead the rest of the day.
she's so annoying. Like. But I've got her loads of stuff to keep her entertained, so she shouldn't bug you.
Good.
And if she does, you can go to the pet shop and I'll transfer you money
Sweet.
for it.
How would you break up me if you found out that I was like, I need to go to the pet shop to get stuff for Honey, and then I'd bought a Lego set with the money?
Well, it wouldn't be that much because I know she wouldn't need stuff that.
If I was like, I need 15 quid.
You wouldn't need 15 quid.
Not even. Alright, well, that sucks then. That's my plan out the window. But We're going to see F1 tomorrow. I cannot wait. Talal said it was 10 out of 10. Kieran said it was 10 out of 10. Kieran texted me during the week, and all the message said was, I can't stop thinking about F1. And I goes, oh, was it long? And he was like, 2.5 hours. But a brilliant 2.5 hours. He said there's a bit where they're racing, and it was the most fun he'd ever. He realised when he was watching, he's like, this is the most fun I've had in a long time. And I was like, right, okay. So I'm very excited to watch F1 and see sexy Brad Pitt. Are the rest of the F1 people in it?
They need to be.
I don't know if they are.
Lando needs to be in it, and Charles Leclerc or Charles Leclerc, whatever you want to call him.
I need to.
No, they have to be.
Let me look up F1. Oh, probably the movie would be good. F1 the movie.
My stomach.
I do hear stomach. It's gone mad. They're all in it. They're all in it.
There he is.
Yeah, that's so inappropriate from you, by the way. I hope you know that. Depending
They're
on
both the right man. They're right beside each other.
depending on how good the film is, I might go and buy a wee F1 Lego set. Because the F1 Lego set's right.
Like F1, bro.
Why do you think I'm going to see the movie, bro?
Have you ever watched F1?
Yes. Be for real. I must say, I can't stand Lewis Hamilton. I think he's a wee prat, personally.
Well, yes, I go on holiday on Wednesday, so all are going to miss me.
This is my plan.
Wait, can I just say, so we're going to Cornwall, St. in St. Ives, and then we're going to Southampton for the Goodwood Car Festival. I'm very excited for that.
What's that?
Like all like one of a kind cars and all.
That is cool. Goodwood Car Festival. I want to get Jack's dad on the podcast.
Why?
You ever heard of Dub Shed?
No.
It's a car festival here. That he organises. Goodwood Car Show. Oh, F1?
Yeah, there's like loads of stuff.
Yeah.
But it's not F1.
Well, it says F1 celebration.
Yeah, but it'll probably
I know
just
it's
be the
not
cars
all
sitting there.
F1. Wow. Biggest ever celebration of F1 to headline the 2025 Festival of Speed. Is speed not a drug? Speed. Drug. Amphetamine.
Anywho.
What is speed used for? To treat depression. Okay. Whoops a daisy. No, I'm buzzing to see F1.
Podcast.
What?
Not that type of podcast.
Not that type. If you're looking for a mental health podcast, it's not this one. You know.
Maybe this is good for their mental health.
If it is, dear love you, if this is good for your mental health. It's
rude
bad
to
for
me.
mine. It's bad for mine.
Because we're sitting here chatting.
No, I mean this podcast in general wrecks my mental health
Oh.
because I'm always up to flipping 6 a.m. going, oh, the viewers need to see the next episode. What was I talking about there?
F1.
What was I literally gonna say?
You were like, my plan is.
My plan is for the next 3 weeks. So see F1 this week. Next week, I see
Raging,
Jurassic Park.
which I have been saying that I want to go and see.
But you have
No, because
chosen to
if
go.
this was the other way around, and you were away on holiday, on your family holiday, and you had been saying to me, oh, I want to watch that movie.
Why is it so wet?
It's going to wreck the sofa.
It's not just water. Anywho.
You'd be raging, wouldn't you?
Absolutely.
Then there we go.
But so tomorrow, 1st of July, F1. Then next week at some stage, maybe next Tuesday, Jurassic World. And then next Thursday, Superman.
So what about your free tickets?
I've booked Superman for IMAX and cinemas. And then the week after that.
On your own?
Well, it is now, because...
I want to go to it, so cancel it.
No, because I need to see it that day. So I'll be doing that on the 11th of July. If anyone wants to find me, I'll be in Superman in IMAX on the 11th of July at 10:20. So there you go. Where are you going? What are you doing? It's not going to be in focus, so don't even worry about it. It's not going to be in focus. It's not the way the focus works. See, folks, this new camera. Don't. Bro, don't.
Let me focus it.
No, you don't need to show. It's focused here. Just show it here. That's it in focus.
Look at this shell.
Unbelievable
I
show.
found.
But yeah, we should plan some more dates.
No, you should plan some more dates.
Because we went to Madame Faux earlier today. Oh my goodness.
Always
Firstly,
a banger.
it's always a banger, but I do not understand how that business is still standing. Us and 2 other people in the whole place. But the grub is good.
It's very
The
good.
grub is good, as is the food. I was trying to make something that rhymes, but so food and grub are the same
That
thing.
did rhyme.
I know, but food and grub are the same thing.
True.
But hey ho,
Hey ho.
That's what I'm
the
gonna-
end.
that's what I'm gonna watch actually today when I get home from
Hey-ho?
work. Still out.
Hey ho.
Hi
Oh,
ho, hi ho. What were you saying there?
No.
What were you gonna say? I also want to watch James Bond. So
Yeah, but you said that you'd watch that with me.
James Bond.
Yeah.
What one?
All of them. We'd go through it.
Do you want to?
Yeah.
So you got? Yeah. Sweet, we'll do that then. I'll wait. Folks, that is the DOLECAST for this week. If you've enjoyed, what was that? If you've enjoyed, you can follow the show on. Stop it. On Instagram. Stop it. You can follow the show on Instagram at the DOLECAST. You can follow me, Daniel K. Houston, on Instagram.
You can follow me, Connie Hair _ on Instagram, and Connie Daisy Nails on Instagram.
You can keep an eye out on the socials for my set from Limelight, which will be going up maybe in a couple of days when this goes out, or you can look out for the trailer for Bombs Away that should be coming in early August, ideally. In an ideal world, probably won't happen,
will.
because that's just nothing's ever easy. And I think that's pretty much it. Next week we'll have probably a comedian guest on the podcast. I didn't mean to say it like a guest. Probably have another, a comedian guest on. Pod culture, as far as I'm aware, for those wondering, is still happening via internet connections and stuff like that. But me and Aaron recorded an episode before he left, which might go out this week or next week at some stage. But hey ho. That's after where we go. I need to go to Twitter so bad.
The end.
Thanks very much, folks, for listening to the show. We'll see you next week. Goodbye.